Verse 238 of Surat al-Baqarah. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Maintain with care their obligatory prayers, and, in particular, the middle prayer, and stand before Allah, devoutly obedient. Interpretation of verse 238. The previous verses have explained the rulings of Allah Almighty regarding the waiting period of a divorced woman and a woman whose husband has died. In this case, the husband and wife who have separated and reached the stage of divorce, or the wife whose husband has died are in a state of sadness and worry. Then the verses moved to the legislation of prayer. And Allah Almighty commanded His servants to maintain it because it removes worry, distress and sadness. The verse in which Allah commanded to maintain prayer came as a mercy to the believers who were afflicted with sadness and worry, so that the believer would turn to the Creator, who prepared for him the reasons for marriage, divorce, and separation, to ask Him to relieve him of worry and sadness. The Messenger of Allah, may Allah bless him and grant him peace, was the first to do that. Whenever he was preoccupied with something, or was concerned about it, he would stand up and pray. And Allah Almighty commanded them to maintain the 5 daily prayers, that is, do not waste them, so that they may taste the sweetness of prayer with your Lord. Then Allah Almighty singled them out for the middle prayer, and that they stand before Allah in humility in their prayers. The middle prayer of the 5 is the third prayer. The is preceded by 2 prayers and followed by 2 prayers. The word middle means the best. Scholars differed in defining the middle prayer. Some said Fajr, some said Deer, some said Ars, some said Maghrib, and some said Isha. Whether they considered the middle prayer to be a legislative prayer, or a number of rak'ahs, or secretly, or aloud, or according to the descent of the angels of the night and day, or according to the calculation of the first prayer that was imposed, each of these considerations has a ruling. As long as the middle prayer can be Fajr, Deer, Ars, Maghrib, and Isha, it is more appropriate to maintain all prayers. Allah concealed the mention of the middle prayer so that every prayer becomes the middle prayer, and this leads to maintaining prayers. He also concealed the night of power so that people deal with the idea that every day in the last 10 days of Ramadan is the night of power. The intention is to maintain all prayers and be humble to Allah Almighty, as it brings them closer to Allah and removes their sadness and worries.